Alright guys, it's time to talk about Sui on the channel for the first time since July 14th. That is actually this candle right here, and you can see we closed at about $3.89, guys. We are moving a little bit higher finally at this moment. We have created a little bit of a flag here, and we do have a breakout. So the target of this breakout actually officially is about $4, let's say 48 cents, guys. Now, if we move this down here, we pretty much reached that target, but normally you measure from the bottom of the channel or the flag, guys, where it bounces off. So technically it's up here at about $4.48, let's say. And yeah, we need to look at the technicals here and see if this is going to go up any higher. Now, we also have a resistance right here I need to point out at $4.32. So this is a weekly time frame resistance. Keep in mind, it is Saturday. So tomorrow, if it closes a weekly candle above this, then we will probably see $4.57, actually $4.58 on the daily time frame as the next resistance, and then $4.80 on the weekly, and then I think we just have this $5.25 resistance here, and then we're pretty much at all-time highs once again, guys. Now, taking a look at the volume profile, guys, you can see we are right here. So basically there is nothing as to volume standing in the way. It's pretty much going down the entire time here. We have gotten over this hump here, we can say, and the majority of this trading is way behind us. Now, even the point of control is back there at 65 cents. We are way above that, but if we were to say the point of control for this little node or you know, whatever we want to call this, this is about $3.50, so we are well above that too, sitting at $4.20 at the moment, guys. So that's 70 cents above this support here, basically. And yeah, as to volume, it looks okay. Now, when looking at the Bollinger Bands, guys, you can see that the monthly has just really started printing not too long ago, back in December. It is quite wide, so there's nothing pinching together, at least on the monthly. The weekly time frame, it isn't really pinching together either. Yeah, if we go back in its history on Sui, like here was a good pinch. Also here was a little bit of a pinch, but this here was a big pinch. So you can see what happens to the price action when you get these pinches. But this is still very wide, guys. So on a weekly time frame, nothing. Now the daily time frame could be, let's take a look here. Yeah, we kind of get that pinch here in early July, and a lot of cryptos are getting the same pinches. So I do think it's moving because of this, you know, little pinch. And yeah, I just think it's going to consolidate a little bit. The top of this Bollinger Band is up here at about $4.44. That's pretty consistent with this target here, if you see that. So $4.48 we said was this target. So yeah, maybe it comes up, touches, and maybe consolidates for a bit, and maybe holds this $4.32 mark, I would say. Now, looking at the RSI and stochastic here, the monthly stochastic is getting a little bit overheated, but it still has a little bit of room to run. RSI can still run a ways here as well. Now, the daily actually looks okay. It just came out of the oversold territory here on stochastic, and the RSI is pointed up, and it's not quite overheated yet. So, yeah, weekly and daily, probably not bad. The 4-hour is overheated here on stochastic, but the RSI is trying to avoid becoming overheated. So mixed signal there. 1-hour time frame pointed pretty heavily down on stochastic, while the RSI is pointed up. So again, a mixed signal, but this is just about to get to that oversold point on stochastic. So again, that's not too bad. I do expect it will turn around probably in the next few hours. Now, 15-minute. It's oversold, so that's a good thing, and it's pointed to the upside here. RSI is also pointed up. So, guys, really, it looks like most of these indicators are pretty good. Probably still going to get a little bit of a bounce. Now, if we can take out $4.32, yeah, we have a weak daily resistance up here at $4.58, and you know, $4.80 could end up being the target, possibly. Now, the last indicator to consider, guys, is the MACD. So this blue line has just crossed this red line. We do have a couple of green candles here on the MACD. So that actually looks good. On the weekly time frame, momentum is up. Now, on a daily time frame, we just got that green candle, it looks like today. And if we zoom in, guys, look here. This blue line actually crossed the red line and then came back to cross it again to the upside. So that is good. That means momentum is back up. And yeah, I do think on the longer term time frames here, this looks pretty good with MACD. So everything, in my opinion, points to Sui still going up. This is one of my favorite coins, guys, and I have a lot of faith in this one. Now looking at the tokenomics, guys, Sui is the number 15 coin all time, guys, so that is excellent. It's about 10% up on the day, and it was a little bit higher earlier today. This is maybe my average cost. I'm not really sure, but you can see how much I got, guys. And yeah, I do hold quite a bit of this. Max supply is 10 billion. Circulating is only 3.455 billion. Now, all-time high, you're getting about a 21% discount at the moment, so it's not that much. But I do expect this will break all-time highs shortly. If you did pick this up at 36 cents 2 years ago, excellent buy, guys. But yeah, you know, Sui, in my opinion, like I said, it's one of my favorites. Now, before I go any farther in this video, guys, you can claim bonuses on some of my favorite crypto exchanges below. I have partnerships with 10 exchanges, guys. If you use my link, of course, I do get some small commission. It's very small, guys. And we do have Moodix here. You can get a free 7-day trial, and you can follow me on X here, guys. Now, looking at Bitcoin again, guys, it has reclaimed this 117,700 basically. It does have a nice little green candle today. It is about to take out yesterday's candle. 118,644 is basically the next resistance. And then I have marked off this new green weekly resistance right here, which is very close to this daily. So we do have a little bit of a zone right here we're going to have to try to push through. Probably going to be a little bit tough to get through this. But I do think eventually, you know, Bitcoin will make it through. Now, looking at Ethereum, it has broken out of this channel, guys, but if I put this on a 4-hour time frame, I am a little bit worried here. Let me just do this so you can see it is kind of rolling over a little bit. But right now, we are getting a little bit of a push, so let's hope this can push a little bit higher. I don't want to see a rollover, and I don't want to come back into this channel. We do have support at 36.46, but again, we need to get through this Fibonacci here, and this is where we got rejected earlier in the week, about 5 days ago. Now, the total market cap is coming back up, guys. We have 3.84 trillion. That's good to see. Now, the total market cap excluding Bitcoin did find support today on the 1.47 trillion at 1.48 at the moment. 1.51 on a monthly time frame is what we need to get above, and we still have about 5 days to do that. Now remember, the CME actually closed at 117,860. So if we go back here, we are about $400 or $500 above that at the moment. So, you know, on Monday, you can expect probably a little bit of downside to close that gap. If you were going to gamble on that, you know, 95 to 96, 97% of the time, basically, those gaps do get filled. So keep that in mind. Now again, for the third day, and we still have 4 hours, keep this in mind again, but for the third day in a row, we do have a red candle. So let's see if this continues, but really it's good news that we are still going down, sitting at 61.31 at the moment. So we are about, what, 0.85% above this support here, where you can see it bounce. Now, like I said, we got to get below this, and then I will declare, you know, that we have won the war with the altcoins. So we have like almost a 2% drop after that if we can get below it, guys. And I do think we're going to start seeing altcoin season if we get below this. Now, something else that's good to see is the USDT dominance is going down for the second day in a row. Again, still 4 hours on this clock today. It did get a rejection, though, here at 4.31%. If I zoom in, you'll see that. So we really haven't had a closing candle in about 11 days above that so far. And people are starting to spend their crypto. So this is good to see, guys. Now, the altcoin season index hasn't really budged since yesterday, so it still is a 45. We were at a 61 sometime earlier this week. But still, you know, it is, you know, more leaning towards the Bitcoin season, but I think altcoin season is very near. Now, it looks like a lot of people have learned their lesson this week because only 140 million have been wrecked in the last 24 hours. Mostly this is short, so be careful, guys. If you're longing or shorting, you know, I don't really recommend that. You know, if you want to hold the coin, though, I think that's a better thing. But yeah, you can lose everything, guys. Be very careful. Now, Fear and Greed 72, next update in about 4 hours. Again, you know, this has been for like 12 or 13 days or something like this, between like 70 and 75. Bull market peak indicator, still 0 from 30 have been hit. It's still 100% hold. The best indicator is Pi Cycle Top Indicator. Still very far from crossing, guys. Now, next week, we do have some economic data coming out. Now, Monday is nothing. Tuesday, we have some HPI, consumer confidence, and JOLTS job openings, so that's a little bit important. Whereas Wednesday we have ADP non-farm employment change, we have core PCE prices, GDP, and we have the FOMC statement, interest rate decision, and press conference on Wednesday. That's probably the most important 3 things right there. Thursday, we have core PCE price index. We have the PCE price index as well, personal spending, Chicago PMI, and we do have jobless claims as well. And Friday, we have average hourly earnings, non-farm payrolls, which is very important, private non-farm payrolls. We have the unemployment rate, PMI, we have ISM numbers, and Michigan numbers all next week, guys. Now, as of yesterday, we did close that day green. The week ended up being a green week. The month still is green, and the year is also green, guys. The sentiment is now risk on, and that trend is growing. So that is good to see. Now, this piece of news here about the EU deal, I think we're going to get news about this tomorrow. So we could see a little bit of volatility tomorrow if we close that EU deal. Now, looking at FedWatch tools, guys, it looks like a 96% chance that we are not getting a cut next week. And remember, the meeting is in about 4 days, let's just say. So, there could be a surprise, and a lot of people still think there might be. But according to FedWatch tools, there's only about a 4% chance of this. Now, the inflation rate is still 2.06% according to Trueflation. And crypto bubbles, guys, looking pretty good today across the board. Hour, day, week, month, and year, all green. So, yeah, pump, .fun. This is up 14%. SPX, I don't know what really that is. I think it's a meme coin, 14%. So pretty much everything is between about 3, 4, 5% up to maybe 13, 12, 13, 14%, guys. Now, if you want to stake your Sui, guys, go to Coinando. There is 24 deals that have been found, and I am actually trying a new exchange for me, Byeconomy.com. So they have a 33% deal here. It's 30 days. You have to lock up your coins, though. You do have a limit of 605. I am well below that limit, thankfully, but I haven't gained any interest just yet, guys. So I'm not 100% sure how this exchange really works, honestly. But don't put your coins in xt.com because at any moment they can just decide not to keep this coin on their exchange, and they'll just keep it, guys. And they don't give good warnings about, delistings and things like that. So they stole my Casper, and I will continue to say that as long as I live, and they do not return my Casper. So anyways, CoinW, I did have my funds here. Bit2Me, be careful. You have to have their coin and enough of it to get the full percentage. But anyways, guys, do your homework before you start sending coins around. And anyways, if you like this video, guys, like, subscribe, activate the bell, share this video with your friends. Like I said, check out some of those deals I have below, guys. It's actually a really small commission and on any of those exchanges, really. And yeah, I thank you guys for your support, and I'll see you guys in the next one.